awesome Monday morning, my TVS family. How you guys doing? Good morning. Certainly. I hope you had an awesome weekend, restful, peaceful. But if you didn't, you know, you're alive. You got life, so you got another opportunity to make it right. You know, to be good to yourself. So let's go on over to the news desk and see what's happening there, and then we'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. Could the recent Israel-Iran tensions affect the price of petrol at the pump in St. Lucia? According to social commentator and economist Richard Pidekin, the price of oil has dropped following the weekend conflict in the Middle East. Although tensions have died down for now, he says that if the conflicts do continue, government in St. Lucia may have to return to the drawing board for budget estimates. On Sunday, Tehran launched more than 300 missiles and drones at Israel in what it said was retaliation for a strike on its consulate in Syria.
So if you look at it from the impact, the final, what really happened, it's kind of a nothing burger, you know, the world kind of shrugged it off. The big concern was how it was going to impact things like the price of oil and, you know, the price of interest, supply chain problems, and because we have some problems with shipping in the Suez and whatnot. And, you know, reading the news today, the price of oil is actually trending down. It's down to 86 in what they call the one we deal with, West Texas Intermediate.
In other news, Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre, just back from a major overseas meeting, has reiterated that visa-free travel to the EU is currently not at risk. He has also criticized the leader of the opposition for, according to him, attempting to destabilize the country by spreading falsehoods about the citizenship by investment program.
Europe has no problems with us. I was not summoned to Europe. Saying that I was summoned to Europe is ridiculous. I wanted to speak to the EU face to face and explain to them the rigorous due diligence undertaken by our CIP investment program.
Finally, from us this morning, the Debt and Investment Unit in the Department of Finance has announced the enactment of the new Public Debt Management Act 2023. Officials say the move represents a significant step forward to ensure sound fiscal management and sustainable economic growth.
No longer we will be raising our bonds through Parliament, utilizing those two pieces of legislation, particularly the NSDB Act. This legislation also brings forth to instill greater transparency and accountability as it pertains to public debt management. It requires government to report to Parliament in terms of the medium-term debt strategy, also providing audiences with what the approved borrowings was and how did the unit, the debt management unit, went on to contract those debts, the terms and so forth. So much greater transparency will be coming into the Parliament through that piece of legislation.
As a broadcast, thank you so much for watching us a very enjoyable and productive Tuesday. Join us at noon for our next News Major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Well, thank you again, as always, the news desk. We need to take a short break and come right back. First feature this morning, we have quite a lovely little area that we ended up in, the slabs, the retirees body. They had a wonderful fair that they put on for their members, and wow, I couldn't help but think, okay, if I do reach, you know, that kind of age where I'm retired, I would like to have people in my corner like that. So let's take a look at this. It's buzzy in here. We walked in here and I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, we had something to cover. That's what I left home with the intention. We have to cover this activity. But when I got in here, it's such a refreshing sight, Michael, to see the elderly persons, you know, just interacting, seeing them. I you know what I did? It automatically forced me into transitioning from here to there and thinking, yeah, I would love that. If I live to see this age, I would love a setting of that sort. So, Michael, first, I wanted to just briefly give us a little roundup of SLAPS, and then we're going to talk about the activity.
Well, SLAP, St. Lucia Association of Retired Persons, is an organization of the elderly from 55 up, and we exist primarily to provide for educational, health, recreational, social, and the economic well-being of our members. As you can see, most members, they have retired quite a bit, and they are not as financially sound as most other persons in the society. So we do little things that can assist them in whatever way that we can. And this fair is one of the major activities to assist them. Quite a few of them to have partners home that are demented, and it's a new thing for them, having a partner who's suffering from dementia at such an early age, and they don't know how to deal with it. Some of them say that they thought the best way was to just hide the key of the house so that they will not go outside. And guess what? If you hide the key, all hell break loose in that house, So they want to know how best to deal with cases like that. So we have included the Alzheimer's people to at least, provide the information that some of the members would like to have to better deal with their partners at home.
Right. Who are some of the other bodies represented at the fair today? Alzheimer's, that's a good addition.
We have the St. Lucia Cancer Society, the Medical and Dental Association. We have the vision people, because many of our persons suffer from eye problems. We have the lupus and arthritis people. We have persons who sell herbal medication that are useful for them. But we have all the stakeholders that deal or that impact the lives of elderly and the seniors.
Wonderful. How does this work? Is this an annual fair that you put on?
Oh no, it's the first time, and it's our 39th anniversary, and we felt that was a good thing to celebrate that in preparation for the 40th anniversary, which will be coming up next year. So we felt we had to do something big and bring out our people, so that they could benefit from the services offered. We even have the emergency services. What's the full name? These people help you to concede there, to take a helicopter ride to Martinique. If you have a quick issue, you pay a small fee, and when the time comes, you are airlifting people. Right. Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, let me ask you now, in terms of, membership-wise, how does one become a member of SLAPS?
Oh, as long as you have retired, 55 plus for the public service and 60 for teachers, As long as you are 55, you can come around. But I'm sure you'll know that quite a few of our members, as soon as they have retired, 55 or 60, most of the pension goes straight to Tapion or to Martinique. And that means that a lot of them did not really take care of themselves, in time, so that they could have enjoyed the pension. It's very sad. When I grew up, people only had one health condition. It was either diabetes or hypertension. Now it's how they call it, comorbidities. A multiple set. You have diabetes and hypertension at the same time. Some of them have diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol at the same time. And so some of them have all of that, and they still have internal organs that are disturbing them, that are ailing. Heart problems, kidney problems, liver problems, bladder problems, and in addition to all of that, they have vision problems too. So we cannot afford to allow our members and our society, people ourselves, the whole country to suffer to that extent, So we need to provide them with the avenues so that they can ask the questions, and live better. So those who are not yet retired will know that if they don't do something about it, their pension will be going straight to Tapio or to other place in Martinique, Lamina, what's his name? So they need to take the precautionary measures so that they can better take care of their health.
Wonderful. But again, having a body like that, is this aligned to the government? Is that a body of like that's an NGO?
Yes, it's just that we work in tandem with the government because we are not a trade union, so we're not going to look for trouble with the government. We try to beg them as much as possible, and most times we beg, they come to our rescue. So we are not at loggerheads. There's never any confrontation dealing with the government.
But basically, if someone is retired, whether whatever institution they were involved in, and they would like to be part of it, can persons sign up their parents to be part of this? And I'm trying to figure out how it works.
As long as you are retired, you just find SLAP, you come and fill your form. I think it's a $10 admission fee, and then you pay $5 a month, and you benefit from all of what we do. You know, we take you on our Members' Day, which is every 1st of August. We take you to a prestigious hotel where you could dine and drink and spend the whole day, bathe in the pool, and we do a lot of fun things for them. We take them on hikes to all the different places, all the different waterfalls, just to keep them active.
Well, you know what, Mike, it certainly is a wonderful atmosphere to see how they're receiving it so well. And it's wonderful to know that there's a body like this that exists. Like when I get to them kind of age, I could come and mingle with like people like myself and feel that love.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice. I hope it's not too far for you.
Oh. Well, I hope it's not far, but certainly, good job.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
This is World Poetry Month, the month of April. And of course, we are going to utilize this month to tap into some of our wonderful authors and writers and creatives on the island. We start off with Adrian Auger. Navel String. That's your last.
I'd like to say most recent.
Most recent. That's last. Yes, that last thing. Yeah, that's
final.
Certainly. Yeah, definitely not. Adrian Auger is here with us, guys. And of course, it's World Poetry Month. And who best, to rope in? Because Adrian, I believe, you're going to start blushing, right? But Adrian, I believe, has a very rounded overview of poetry, writing, the persons involved. I think he's like the glue that brings it all together for people like myself, So I am very honored to have you here to discuss the month, the recognition, but most so to discuss poetry and writing here on the island of St. Lucia.
Okay.
What
would you like? What would you like to know?
I want to know everything, but we don't have much time. We have 5 minutes to be able to really grasp the concept of where we are. A recognition like that calls to mind. I mean, okay, it's a recognition, but more so, it calls to mind a stopping and recognizing and realizing how many of these wonderful and brilliant writers we have amongst us,
We do.
And understanding that, we have a responsibility to enhance or do whatever it is that we can, whether, you may not be a writer, but you could pick up one of those publications, you could read, you could sell, we could try to get it into a school. So much more can be done, you know, to be able to ensure that we maintain or we continue to support this really brilliant and vibrant writing culture of St. Lucia.
Agreed.
We have a mandate to keep up too.
We do, and I think that mandate is very firmly established by our own Derek Walcott, who achieved the very pinnacle of success and recognition in the field of writing, and I think under whose gaze many of us still write. Certainly, if I write something and I think to myself, Derek would like this, it's a kind of encouragement for us. It's a kind of acknowledgement that helps you keep going, because you know that you belong to a line of poets. And if you walk into a room anywhere in the world and you say you are a poet from St. Lucia, people take a breath and they say, oh, because Derek Walcott has paved that way for us. And while you don't necessarily write like him, we do write in his wake, in his shadow. So he's done a wonderful thing for writers across the spectrum in St. Lucia, and we ought not to allow Poetry Month to pass without acknowledging his phenomenal contribution to us and to the world and to the craft, of
Absolutely.
course.
Now, I was going to ask you that when we speak about Derek and his wonderful impact that he's had worldwide, when you as a writer coming from St. Lucia, do you feel somewhat of a little pressure as well?
Absolutely, but it's good pressure, because I mean we don't just write and put it under our beds. I mean, we write and we put it out to the world. So I think poets, as with most artists, I imagine, understand what it is like to bare your soul and put it out there on the shelf and have other people judge it and view it. That in itself is a discipline. It requires a discipline. It requires a certain confidence. It requires a certain honesty, and those things are all good attributes for artists to generate within themselves and to adhere to. So the pressure is a good pressure. I mean, you paint a painting, you write a play, you do a piece of music. You got to put it out there. You've got to stand the scrutiny. You've got to stand the spotlight, and you've got to see how well you stand up against the best in the world.
Is that why it's said that poetry is a gift and a curse? To some extent.
Yes, to some extent. It's not a statement I would disagree with. This need to express. I mean, we're all processing all the time. You observe, you react, you process. But poets have this damned insistence that, oh my God, I got to write something and I got to put it out. I've got to see if it really is a sort of validation, process of validation, to see if what you feel, what you have received, what you have observed, to see whether other people feel it as well, and then your own emotional or intellectual reaction to something. You kind of want to test it and see, oh God, am I crazy? or you know, should I share this and see? And I think we're all hoping to touch other lives and to say, as a painter does, look, this is what I see. Do you see it also? And that is a bridge between our humanity. That is a bridge that brings people together and causes us to emote and to understand that there are other people out there like us. We are not alone in this great journey of life.
Right.
And the ability to do that, I think, is what keeps us human, what keeps us sane, and what our society needs a lot more of, so that we're not, you know, so prone to violence and aggression and controversy, but actually finding common ground between our individual humanities. And that's one of the great possibilities with art, that people look on this, oh my God, that's exactly how I felt. Oh my, I'm not crazy, I'm not alone, there's hope.
I know.
I'm learning something, how to deal with heavy secrets, how to deal with controversy, how to deal with conflict. This is what art can do for us.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, you know, as we recognize the month, what you hope to grasp out of it, what you hope to accomplish. But you just put it all out there, and I think that's brilliant as well. Yeah. Where can we find your publication?
This is on Amazon.
Okay.
So if you search for Adrian Auger poetry, Adrian Auger St. Lucia, it will come up.
Right.
Or Navel String, the actual title.
But yes. You've got 6 publications to date.
Yes.
Is it? And all they're all on Amazon?
No,
not all
this
of them.
is the only one on Amazon. Yes, yeah.
But hard copy wise, we could get. I like hard copy. I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, you know, poets like you to buy hard copies.
I like it. Yes. You know, it's beautiful. So, the artwork is amazing as well. Adrian, we really will like a bigger sit down. I think we owe it to ourselves and our audience a bigger sit down.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Certainly, but thank you so much for sharing, and you know, thank you for your help, and thank you for always contributing to the arts.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Workout, we will be doing a cardio soca jam routine to Drunk Again by Skinny Fabulous. Okay, up here. Hey! Take it up here. Hey! 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it here. Hey! Up and down. Hey! Again. One more. Come to me. Let's go. Push back. I just cheat on my girlfriend. Let's go. I drink the rum and start to make out with her. Push back. Now I have no more girl. Okay, from here. Hey! Getting up and up in the front. Woo! 4, 3, 4, 3. Let's go. Talk to me. Nobody can. They can't talk to me. Come to me. Push back.
I just vomit in the
again.
Party, but guess what? I feel good. Now restart.
Take it back.
I wind up on my best friend shot it. So
come on.
I get enough nuptials.
To it.
I'm up on a big truck.
2 more.
Just carry me home. Tomorrow we fix up.
Come.
Watch home again. Getting up and up in the front again.
Take it here.
But then no matter how I try.
4, 3, 2. Hey. Nobody can talk to me.
Nobody can talk to me.
2 more. Take it. Hey. Can't talk to me. Take it here. 4, 3, 4, 3. Come to me. Push back. One more. Push. Hey. That's a drunk again. Well, my head's up in the sky because we're standing beneath a mango tree. I'm trying to figure out if it's the long mango or not. We'll figure it out. Don't show them our mango because we want to make sure when it's ripe, nobody have access to it. But guys, that is our show for today. That's the DBS This Morning show. It's a start to another amazing week, and it's our hope and our prayers that you will continue to have a wonderful and productive one. Go on out and be great today. Let's do this again tomorrow.